Funding. Funding are like rain in Hamatan, rare and unpredictable. It is the primary reason why there is low research productivity in Nigeria. Most researchers struggle with access to grants, access to funds, which is why some researchers end up funding their research out of pocket when the salary is too low. So if you are broke or your salary is too low and you can't fund your research out of pocket, that means your idea is going to die automatically. And don't be surprised I mentioned funding first. It's because it's the most cited. Like every research paper that you are reading that has to do with barriers or challenges concerning research in Nigeria, you must see funding cited as one of the top barriers. And to confirm this, I went to Consensus AI and typed in my research topic, and it brought out a lot of papers. And like I said, all of them had funding cited as one of the major barriers, and you can see that the claim is very, very strong. Now, the second reason why you shouldn't become a researcher in Nigeria is a weak research support and inadequate infrastructure, because most institutions in Nigeria are operating with outdated labs, inadequate equipment, and research centers that haven't been upgraded in years. And again, this is not a baseless claim, because the Nigeria Academy of Science came out this year to say that researchers are working with poor equipment, with poor facilities, and insufficient funding. Like fundings are unstable. So before you become a researcher in Nigeria, you need to understand this. You need to understand that you are working into a system where you do 70% of the work with 20% of the tool you actually need. And the third reason why you shouldn't become a researcher in Nigeria is gender inequality. And truthfully, I was surprised to see this came up during my search as one of the claim. Although it's not strong, but it restricts research productivity, and it also restricts career growth for women. And this happens due to reasons like lack of suitable supporting systems, like commitment with family role and the societal expectations that assume that a woman's place is in the kitchen. I don't want to say in the kitchen, like the fundamental role of a woman is within her family. And the fourth reason why you shouldn't become a researcher in Nigeria is challenges with publication process. Yes, because sometimes some researchers end up submitting their papers to predatory journals without knowing, or due to the pressure to publish or perish. That's if you are into academia. And there's also high article processing charges, which means that if you use your money to research to fund your project, you still have to pay for it to get published, especially if you are aiming a high impact journal, which means the processing charge is going to be high automatically. And what if you don't have the money to pay? And sometimes if journals realize that you are from Africa or you are from Nigeria, automatically it's as if your chances of getting that manuscript published has been reduced. And also the reviewing process takes a long period, and sometimes journals might even ghost you. Now the fifth reason is corruption and bureaucratic inefficiencies. Now in Nigeria, this is not just about doing the research work, it's about navigating the system as well, because you can apply for grants and wait for months without getting response, with no update. And also you can submit a proposal and watch it move through unnecessary layers of approval. And sometimes the people that are supposed to help you, are supposed to support you to secure these funds, are the ones that frustrate you with protocols, politics, and favoritism. So research in Nigeria is not just academically challenging, it is politically and administratively exhausting. And if you are not ready to deal with gatekeepers, delays, and system-level corruption, then don't become a researcher in Nigeria. But if you choose to continue despite all of this, then you are not just a researcher, you are a fighter, and I wish you luck. A good one.